I'm going to go through the corner options and challenges, pros and cons to consider when designing your new kitchen renovation. I'm going to start with the standard corner cabinet. This one is the most commonly seen in most kitchens, also the most common challenge that people have with their current layout of the kitchen. It does give access to all the volume in the corner. It does come at a relatively cost-effective way for that volume, but it's not always the most functional space to use. It's commonly used for those storage things that you're not going to get out a lot of the time. So this, you can be overloaded and be an absolute mission to try and pull stuff out when you need to get there. There is the carousels that you can utilize to put inside those, but this is adding quite a bit of cost to the cabinet and not necessarily optimizing to use the whole volume. As you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3 sort of voids within this cabinet that it does sort of close off. And if we were to be serious about how much space that you're going to be using, it would sort of account to this sort of space here. So really, it does add a lot of money to the application, but the pro for this is it does create some functionality in that you can spin this around and access things relatively easy. I wouldn't be putting too many heavy things down the bottom, as they can be clunky and hard to get out. But that is somewhat the overview for the standard corner cabinets. For the next one is the blind corner. Again, it is probably a very cost-effective way to have access to the volume, but again, it's not going to be an easy one to utilize and access the stuff that you do put in there. For this, I wouldn't put too many things in there, and if you do, you will be pulling things out. You mean on your knees, unloading the whole cabinet to get to those things at the back. These do come with accessories that can be utilized to optimize the pull-in, pull-outs. These are somewhat not going to be things that you want to overload. But the thing I do like about those is that you can pull out one at a time, so you're not looking at the once you've got them pulled out, you're not clunking them on the top of that, in that you can access everything on the bottom. That said, there is still a lot of volume that doesn't get used in this corner and this section here as well. So that is a relatively a bit of a challenge there. So you're really only adding this optimization for that space. And they don't come cheap. These, if you're going to invest in one of these, do not buy the cheap ones, as it will only create more headaches. And as a bit of a rule, for more things that move and have more moving parts, there is more issues that can go wrong with them down the track. Particularly if you overload them, things fall off of them and get clunky down the sides. For the next option, I want to talk about the blind corner pantry. Blind corner pantry is a relatively functional use of the space. It doesn't use all the volume in the corner, but it is something that if we reduce the shelves along the back, can give you a wall of storage that and with the reduced shelving will limit the amount of things that you can put in front of each other. Still giving some deeper shelves in and around the corner. These thin shelves gives the ability to step into this space and be able to access the things that you have got storage. The constraint around this, not every kitchen is going to have the room to put a blind corner in here. It also does come with a little bit extra cost for the just the size of the cabinet, and but it's some pretty cool things you can do with it. For this design, I've done a double door for the blind corner. It very commonly can be brought back to one door, and but that can limit the entrance for the access. The last option that is somewhat a very popular one in a modern day kitchen is just to void off that corner. For most, realize that, okay, each option has the limitations in utilizing the whole volume of the space, and by voiding this off gives the ability to extend more functional set of drawers or more functional bin or whatever it might be right up into the corner of this kitchen design. It is a cost-effective option in that you're not going to be paying for cabinetry that is in that corner, and you mean by extending that drawers can somewhat be a good use of the hardware capabilities. With the void, there is in a couple other design aspects, the void reverse access. Say if you were returning a bar seating along the back of this kitchen section, we could put a reverse so you access this void cabinet from the back. It is, again, it's going to be a place that you put those things that you don't necessarily want to get to all the time. The same is said for a standard corner with a reverse option. So you can put a standard corner. If we've got a bar back along here, you've got access, we can turn that back into doors and give you access into the store, the corner reverse access. The last corner option that I wanted to go through is corner drawers. And for the corner drawers, I feel like I've already said this before in the other ones. The corner drawers have a lot of wasted space within this application. It is a super functional way of utilizing that space, being able to pull them out like standard sets of drawers, but it does come with a price tag. It's not a cheap option and will add a lot to the scope of the project, but not necessarily utilize all the volume in that corner. The last option that I would also look at, and I'm going to keep it off the card, is the flybox from Nick. This is a very functional use of storage, but again, it's not going to use the whole corner cabinet in that it has limitations of the width of the door for how much it can pull out at once. So there's a lot of wasted space down in this corner. The thing that is good about this is that you can pull the top one or the bottom one out separately and access looking down on each one of those drawers at one time. That's it does again, it adds a lot of pricing to the scope, and you will not be getting out of one of those for under $1,000 fully installed. So they're the corner options that are worthy of considering in your new cabinet design, your new kitchen design. I hope that helps, and keep well.